Hal here with more Space Engineers, and we got some things to get done today, but I want to show you what we've been working on, bring you up to speed with what's changed, what's the same, and where we're going. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So, I hope everyone is having a fabulous day so far. We are doing a little bit of an experiment right now in wind. I wanted to try something. Basically, there's been a lot of conversation on what qualifies the wind. So 363, which I think is actually lower than what we have over here. So hopefully everybody is having a fantastic week thus far. We've been doing a bit of work on the base. As you can see, we now have wind towers in place so that we are generating a whole lot more power. And as somebody pointed out, I actually had already started working on some of these updates when somebody asked about the why did I go wind, or why did I go solar instead of wind, first off. For those who aren't reading all the comments, which is probably most of you, that's fine, don't worry about it. Mainly it was because of the fact that solar allows for you to have a higher concentration of power generation without worrying too much about the layout. So I went ahead and put these in because that allowed me to have a small area set up where I could generate a decent amount of power. It's the wind generators do tend to be more efficient. And to just show you exactly what I'm talking about here, so we've got 10 wind turbines set up, and they're generating 3.7 megawatts, where we have almost 60 solar panels generating a little over, if we took it up to 60 exactly, it would be generating something like 9.6 or something. So for the same amount of power sources, the wind is actually providing more power per item. Now, if we look here, I'm going to check something. So yeah, our wind, that's really strange. You would think that the higher up you go, the better the wind would be. But it seems like it's the inverse. It is interesting. Alright, so good to know. So it looks like the ice lakes are probably going to be the best place to put power in. We'll go up and reclaim all of that stuff shortly. So one of the things that I've done is I've gone ahead and we were talking about this last episode. We've gone ahead and duplicated the HABs, so we have both of the HABs. I've now put in a landing pad / work area. Now I am going to update this a little bit. I'm going to put in a rotor with a small rotor head attached with a projector on that so that we can do small grid builds. And there's also going to be a large projector built into the floor so that we can do large grids as well. Over here, we have gone ahead and built the Atlas Super Cannon, which is something that we had been talking about doing for a while. There is a catch with this little device, though. It won't start charging unless you have 400 megawatts of power on your grid. What that works out to is basically 60% of the total output, or 66% of the total output of 2 large reactors. We don't have uranium.
Meteor storm inbound.
So we can build the reactors, but it's not going to do us a whole lot of good. Transport carrier? Interesting. Now the idea behind this thing is that anything that comes within 4 or 5k of the base will be able to snipe and basically discourage them from getting a little too close to the base. Man, those defensive cannons are working. Alright. Kind of curious. Let's go take a look and see what... Maybe they brought us some more uranium. I think we've got like 8 units of uranium now or something like that from the asteroids or meteorites. And you are ice. You... Is that cobalt? I can never tell if that's cobalt or magnesium. I think it's cobalt. That's ice. Magnesium. Yeah, I won't say no to free magnesium. Mainly because I don't have a mining system set up for it yet. Anything over here? And that is silicon, which I am not overly worried about. And gold is also a nice thing to have. Now, we actually have been mining some gold. This out of here. Ooh. Alright. What? I'm wondering what's over here. This ice, silicon. I think this had magnesium in it. This might... I don't remember. Mine's over there, but that's only because we've got the antenna. I don't remember what was over here. Nickel. That's what was over here. Okay. And it's a kilometer away. So we're going to have piping. Basically, we're going to set up another one of these mining rigs that we have over here. And then have that piped all the way back over here. So that's going to be an interesting challenge. Now let me show you what we've done with the mining rig. If you remember was it last time? I think it was last time we started with this thing. We've made some progress. Just a little bit. So we've gone ahead and turned this off because we've gotten to the point where we're down below all of the mineral levels that we were looking at. We broke into the gold somewhere up here. I don't remember where. Let's see. I mean, we're really below like everything. Yeah. So there's the gold, right? The gold is like 120 meters from the surface of the ice, and we're almost twice as far down. So there's our cobalt. We have the iron layer up here, which is, you know, it's nice because having all of this, basically what I can do is retract the pistons as I need to. And we can just build a couple of pistons off to either side, or an array of drills on the edge to get a little bit more of that mineral out of there if we need it. But we've been doing a lot of mining. And with all the refineries that now running basically everything, we want is... I'm going to drop that over here. Let's refill this really quick. But let me show you what we've got ore-wise. We've got very little ore, right? But if we look at the ingots, actually, we're going to do 3. Yeah. Let's go ahead and kick all of this over. Just to show you exactly how much crap we have over here. It's rather crazy. I mean, we've got a large cargo container dedicated just to processed materials, and that is about 70-ish, 75% full. So out of 4.25 million, we've got 3.5 million in there, and climbing. Yeah. So we've got 11 million iron, 108,000 cobalt, almost 1 million nickel, over 1 million silicon. It's the gold and silver that we're really missing. Platinum, we're kind of low on that too. We'll probably go do some digging for that. And then we have some magnesium, but that's not counting our stone and things here that haven't been processed yet. In fact, let's go ahead and swap that around. Actually, only one of our refineries has anything in it. Okay, that's good. All right, so we now have a couple of issues that we need to deal with. One of them being getting that thing powered up. Now, I know a couple people have been saying, you know, They didn't want to see us go just absolutely crazy with overpowered weapons and mods and things. And I will be quite honest with you, yes, this weapon is ridiculously overpowered in a single shot. The catch is in order to power the thing, you basically have to have 2 dedicated large reactors just to power this. The other thing is that it takes, I want to say 5 to 10 minutes to recharge so that it can fire again. So it really is just we've got a really big ship coming at us and we need to stop it now. Or we want to excavate up to 4 kilometers of passageway. That's probably what we're actually going to use it to do, is basically just drill a hole down into the ground. Oh, we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, so we are going to have that. It is set up on Whip's turret script. We also have built in an observation turret, which is simply just a camera on another turret array, just like we did for that. Now, the nice thing is that these are mapped to 2 specific chairs. You have to be in those chairs to use them. And basically, this allows you to have one person spotting or, scouting, and then the other person running defense. So, being a single player in this game, it'll be a little bit interesting. Right. Now, one of the things that I did find out about that particular cannon, I've used it in off-camera things. I had played around with it in different builds and things before. Right now, even if it achieves a full charge, when you exit the game and come back into the game, it has to recharge. So it's not like you can just charge it up, jump out, jump back in. You actually do have to spend time in the game to be able to fire that thing at any point. I don't know if that's a bug or if it's by design. If the mod author happens to see this, let me know. Alright. So that's one thing. So we have to get a power room set up for that. The other thing is we're going to have to go clean up that tower that we left up there. But I also want to work on a design. I want to do a new mining craft as well. So let me go clean up the tower up there with the wind generator on it. I'll probably end up building another wind turbine system out here somewhere. I don't know where, because it needs to be out of the way of all of our defensive turrets. So maybe over here somewhere? Maybe I can run something off of the array out here. Oh, no, I know how we'll do it. I know exactly how we'll do it. Ahaha. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut. I'll bring you back, when I come back, I'll bring you up to speed on what I'm thinking. I want to play around with some things, but I need to get this stuff cleaned up first. And then we'll get started on probably the power room. Alright, so we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, what I'm thinking here, let me walk you through a little bit of this really quick. I'm thinking for the building, for this power generator room, we're going to have something that's kind of like this. I always like the recessed areas, so we don't have that giant flat piece of wall that I don't like. So let's go ahead and grab some plates. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and finish this particular piece. Now we're going to make this big enough for 4 generators, ideally. We may end up just making this be 2. Trying to figure out how I want to run this, because we want it to be fed. So you know what, let's just go ahead and go like so. It'd be really nice to get some uranium going. Alright. But is what it is, which is fine. We're gonna go ahead and get this all welded up. or at least mostly welded up. Alright, how much plate do we have left? Oh, we got enough for most of this. Alright, let's go grab some more plates. Oh, really? That's all the plates we have left? That's not good. Okay, so we're gonna tell this. Come on. Thank you. Let's make like 25k plates. I think all of our assemblers are off. Basically, I've been leaving them off during the day if I'm not actively using them so we can get the power charged up. And now that we have power charged, that's actually not a bad thing. Okay. Let's get rid of you. We're going to grab a large reactor. Didn't I grab? Oh, it's because Oh no! I can just imagine how many people are going, "How you didn't pick up plates?" 250 is good. We'll let it. We're gonna let them run for a little while anyway. So, all right. So now these are 3x3 blocks, right? I want the U to be that way. We're gonna leave a spot in the middle. All right. So. Okay. We're going to need to get some interior plates. Let's turn that off. And what we'll do is we'll have the conveyor block here. And I'm... do I want to run it up? See, that's the question is, do I want to run the block up or do I want to have it go through the roof? I'm thinking we're going to run... let's go grab some interior plates. It helps me to think by actually placing things into the world. We're gonna need some of those too. I mean, we already have things crafting. We may as well have it continue, right? Okay, so what I'm thinking here is, oh, you know what we can do? Let's go here. That way we can actually pressurize the room. Not that it matters too much. We're on, I mean, come on, we're on the Earth equivalent planet. What is? I really want to know what that is. I can't tell if that's a really low-hanging asteroid, or if that's because I don't think that's the moon. Oh, I don't think it's the moon. I think the moon is over that way, isn't it? All right, we'll go figure it out.
Energy low.
Oop. Just turn off the light. All right, so what I'm thinking here is we run this out this way. Right, so that's going to be, if we do another one, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then this can be the wall. We're just going to place some blocks here to mark that area. Let's grab you out of there. Come on, there we go. So we'll have a door here. Let's go like that. So we'll have a door here. What do I want to do? Guess we could airlock this. 1, 2, 3. Right. That's our 1, 2, 3. So yeah, okay, so that is just enough room. Actually, let's do this really quick. We'll do that. And that. So that we can go like that. Alright. So we have it mapped in for future expansion needs. Doesn't need to be overly comfortable in here because it's really just going to be power generation. If I do an automatic LCD, I could put a LCD right here that just shows us our power output. Wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll just have to find a place for a programmable block. You know what? Maybe I'll build like a little alcove over here. So, kind of thinking something like... don't want to... So you have a door here with a programmable block in there. And something like this. Again, it doesn't have to be anything overly complex. Because it really is just a spot in order to keep everything in here. It's a shame they don't do a short version of that. I don't like that. Okay. And let's go. And so basically there will just be a programmable block right here, which I think I can actually go ahead and put in. There you go. And let's go. We'll just use the sliding door because, well, you know, why not, right? Like I said, we're on an Earth-like planet, so it doesn't really matter how airtight we make everything over here. So you come up, you can come in, do whatever you need to do on the programmable. You know, the idea is that if you need to do maintenance or something, you can come in there. Come over here, you've got power. Let's just go ahead and roll those up really quick. Oh. Let's go see how many plates we've got. Just kind of throwing plates everywhere here. And you are...
Energy low.
Oh, hiccups. Excuse me. Alright. How low is our actual energy? It's low enough to worry about. Alright. So let's go grab a little bit of power. Which... yeah, we could use a little bit of O2 as well, or hydrogen. Alright, tell you what, let's go ahead and substitute you guys out. Gives us a little bit more air time out there. Go ahead and get our charge back up just a little bit. We're not overly worried about it. Just want to get enough of a charge to get the rest of the little power building built. Let's get back over here. Okay, so that's there, that's the corner, so yeah, we need you. Okay, so the corner is going to be squared on this side? No. It's going to be triangular on that side. So let's go ahead and take you out for a second. We will do that for now. Because we're going to run that. We're going to do the same over here. And once more over here. Oh, damn, auto rotate. There. Okay, let's go ahead and roll this up. So I'm trying to keep it set up so the folks who don't necessarily deal with the abstract, because I've had a lot of people ask about, you know, can I do a little bit more with keeping things welded up so you can see what's going on, because I know that I have the weird ability to actually see what I'm building. Oh. There you go. So we'll go ahead and get this welded up here a little bit. And so basically you're going to end up with this same pattern on both sides. Let's go ahead and get some of that in there. Take you out for right now, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do some detailing on that, and I think we will end up eventually doing some detailing on this because we have a lot of room down here and I would like to utilize some of it. But the reason we have this even here is so that gives us a little bit more of a reason to have basically I almost called it a hangar, the landing pad / parking area, you know, out to where it is. This gives us a little bit of room over here, so if we wanted to extend over, we could actually have a I guess you say off pad parking. I might even do a small hangar space area over here. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, okay, so this gets most of that done. You are going to go, we want to keep you like that, or do we want to go like this? Come on, there we go. Because what I'm thinking here is that we will end up with something along these lines. Where this comes over here. And then drops down into... Is that what we did on that side? Just want to make sure. Yes, okay. And then that comes down this way. Okay. And basically all we're doing is filling this in. And like I've said before, I really am not a fan of giant flat shapes. So just having a little bit of texture change on this like that really does help break up some of the lines. Now, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do this like that, or do I want to go ahead and just put a conveyor block in? I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put a conveyor block in. Because if we do that, I don't know. Because then we can come over this way. That's going to be in line there. That puts us in line here. But it still leaves us with a rather large amount of flat space up here on the top, which I may... I mean, I guess I could actually... Oh, I know what I can do with this. How many blocks? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll work. That should actually work rather nicely. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and place all of this in. Oop. Nope. You come out of there, you come out of there. And we want you and you. Apparently I'm out of steel plates again. Okay. Let's grab some more steel plates. Look. Alright. So let me weld some of this up really quick. And I'll show you what my logic is here on this. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, you know what? You're in the wrong spot. So there you go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just have to make sure. Do that. Do that. You go over here. We're gonna flip you around really quick. And do the same here. Let's go ahead and get this welded up. And what we'll do is we'll put windows in. So there'll be a 2 by, well actually it'll end up being 4 by 1, but it'll be 2 windows at 2 by 1 each. So we'll end up with some natural light in here. And I'm thinking, now that I've done that, no, I'm not doing 3 by 3s or 3 by 2s. We're gonna leave it as, actually I could do it 3. Come to think of it, I could do that. Oh, do 3 by 2s. There's 3 by 3s. 2 by 33 now. I could actually do that. That could actually be interesting. And what we do is instead of these, we go like this. It helps break up the giant flat lines a little bit. Let's go this way. Go around. We'll go ahead and weld this up. Go ahead and weld these last few in. That could work actually. Let's go grab. I don't know if I have the room to carry the parts for it. so
Meteor storm inbound.
yeah, we want this way. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab those. Defense cannons are working nicely. Yeah, close enough. Alright. I'm kind of liking that. Because now, when we come in this way, we'll be able to see up into the rafter area. I like it. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is this episode is gonna be running a bit longer than our normal fiasco. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick cut. I'm gonna get the rest of this basically blocked in and set up, and I'll probably go ahead and get the two reactors online. Well, I'll get them set up. Whether or not they're actually online is a different question. And then we will pipe everything together. I'll eventually run piping over there. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this whole thing sorted out. When we come back, I'll work with you to figure out how we're going to run piping. All right. So we will be right back. And we are back. Okay, so we have had quite a bit of work going on throughout the night. As you can see, we are in the early hours of morning. Alright, so this is what we've gotten done so far. We've gone ahead and welded everything up. The building is now complete. We have been able to weld up the first 2 of 4 reactors. We've actually grouped these together specifically for just the cannon usage. These other 2 reactors are grouped for power grid. We did a small modification here on the front where we now have a ramp that we can walk up, and we have tied the walkway into the rest of the walkway, and I will eventually put more walkway through here. I'm planning on taking the walkway all the way out to here, and we'll see how everything else works out from that point. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and counted out the conduit that we need, or the conveyor that we need, to get from here to here. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually have this come in and connect into the grid here, which is, as you can see, I've already gone ahead and placed the conveyor junction. I'm trying to basically maintain as low profile as possible. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to run, let's see, what color do we want to run that? Let's take you and see if we can match this to the water. That's pretty close, actually. Let's see here, if we lighten up that. That is really close. Okay. Now I may come back and repaint all of this. We haven't decided yet. It comes down to, do I want it to blend in or do I want it to be noticeable so that people don't trip over it? So, let's go ahead and come up. You are going to come up 1. Alright, and that will end up piping everything in. Oh, that is a really good match for the ice color. I mean, look at that. Maybe a little bit more blue, I guess. I could probably do it be just a touch more blue. But it works. I actually kind of like it. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be more than enough to finish all of these. And we are piped in. Okay. Now, all of the reactors, all of the large reactors, are actually turned off because we have very little uranium in the system right now. And I'm kind of worried that these guys are going to eat that uranium really, really quickly. And we don't want them to do that. So we're going to leave that. We're going to leave everything off until we actually have a uranium source. All right. How many? Oh, I got plenty of plates. Okay. So let's go ahead and we are going to. Oh, that's right. These are half blocks. I wonder if we. Come here, you go. If we actually use that, how will that look? I'm wondering here. Come here. If we did that, or if we just do that. Let's try these instead. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find something that's going to work for providing some form of guardrail. I mean, I could just take all of this stuff out and just place walkways over all of this. Yeah, that might actually work. Let me try that. See what this looks like. Come here, you. So instead of that, we would end up with that. And we just do those plates like so. Right. And then what we can do here is we have the corner that goes like that. I'm kind of liking that. Okay, let's try this. Let's see how this works all the way down here. See, I like the fact that these are a little bit more substantial than these railings. This might work. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. I'm actually liking that, because now you're not going up, walking over, and coming down. I don't know how I feel about these, but like I said, I do appreciate the fact that these are a little bit more substantial than the these types of railing. And I mean, if you got into combat, you could get a little bit extra cover off of these. So that's not too bad, right? Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Alright, so make sure I can still get to the... I can still jump up to the ladder. Alright, that works nicely, I think. Let's see what happens when we get to the bottom of the ladder here. Oh, yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, that works. I think that will get us all set up for today. It's actually gotten quite a bit done. So I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. Like I said, this did run a little bit longer than normal. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. And if you are new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to do something nice for me today, hit that subscribe button. And if you really want to be kept up to date with what's going on around here, be sure to ring the bell as well. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. We come back next time. We're going to start working on a new build. I'm just sitting here looking at which cockpit I like. There's a question for you. I'll actually throw a poll up for this. Let me know for the mining craft that we're going to build, because we are going to build a small miner. That way we can get up, and I'm thinking we're going to go hit that asteroid over there, see what's on it. But yeah, let me know which cockpit you like. We'll put that over in the poll. It'll be up in the top right corner. And when we come back next time, that will be what we're working on. Alright, so I'm going to get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Oh, it's almost time for the batteries to start charging up again.